കൽക്കൂർ വിമാനത്താവളത്തിലെ വിമാന അപകടവുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് പല വാർത്തകളും ഞങ്ങൾ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഏതാണ് തെറ്റ് ഏതാണ് ശരി എന്നുള്ളത് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇനിയും വ്യക്തമല്ല. ലെറ്റ്സ് ഡിസ്കസ് വാട്ട് റിയലി ഹാപ്പൻഡ് ആസ് ഫാർ ആസ് വി നോ ദി ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ബേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ until today. Also, I'm taking this moment to thank my friends and family who given me immense support and really good courage to encourage me to do more videos, and I really love you guys. I really love you. If it wasn't for you, I would be standing here right now. First of all, I'm sharing my deepest condolences for the families and friends who lost their loved ones on this aircraft crash. I'm sharing my deepest sympathy, and let Allah give them peace of mind for the coming days, and let's pray that there won't be any more casualties regarding this incident, and let's pray for the fast recovery of all those people in this hospital. And also I'm taking this chance to appreciate and thank all of the people in the Malappuram district. If it wasn't them, we would be watching so many casualties. They worked hard relentlessly and took their part regardless of thinking about COVID-19 or any other thing. They worked hard to save so many lives. Also, we can't deny the bravery of our captain, Deepak Sathe. May his soul rest in peace. If it wasn't for his bravery and experience on the aircraft, we would be watching so many casualties, and we would be watching an explosion of the plane. Because of him, he traded his life to save many and many. There are so many speculations and rumors that went on regarding this aircraft crash. കുറേ ആൾക്കാർ പറയുന്നത് എയർക്രാഫ്റ്റ് ബെല്ലി ലാൻഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു എന്നാണ്. വീണ്ടും ചില ആൾക്കാർ പറയുന്നത് എയർപോർട്ടിന് ചുറ്റും 3 റൗണ്ടൊക്കെ ചുറ്റി to dump the fuel and just land it because we can just get rid of the explosion. But really, that is not what really happened. As far as we know, that is not really happened. See, the reason I got to tell you about there was no belly landing or crash landing involved is that there were no communication held between the air traffic control and the pilot. If it was to belly land or crash land, the pilot will inform the air traffic control that they were going to crash land or they are going to belly land. When it comes to belly landing, it should involve or include any kind of failure from the landing gear, and which we can see there was no effect in the landing gear or no kind of failure or trouble from the landing gear, and the pilot can take enough time on the air to prepare for the belly landing or the crash landing and inform and communicate with the control room about we are going to crash land or belly land. അതായത് ഒരു ബെല്ലി ലാൻഡിങ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, അതായത് ഒരു ഫ്ലൈറ്റ് ഇറങ്ങുന്ന സമയത്ത് ലാൻഡിങ് ഗിയറൊക്കെ ഫെയിൽ ആവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, അതായത് അതിൻ്റെ അടിഭാഗം കൊണ്ടുപോയി ഇറക്കുന്ന സംഗതിക്കാണ് ഈ ബെല്ലി ലാൻഡിങ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അത് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് മുന്നേ എയർ ട്രാഫിക് കൺട്രോളുമായി അവർ കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ഈ ഒരു സംഗതി ഞങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യാൻ പോവുകയാണ്, ക്രാഷ് ലാൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോവുകയാണ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബെല്ലി ലാൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോവുകയാണ് എന്നുള്ളത് ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ അവിടെ ആദ്യം കൊടുക്കും. ഈ ഒരു സമയത്ത് ഈ ഒരു ഇൻസിഡൻറ്റിൽ അങ്ങനെയൊന്നും കാണാൻ വേണ്ടി സാധിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. സോ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നത് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു സംഭവമേ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടില്ല എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. So it is clear to us that there were no belly landing involved, and it has nothing to do with the crash, and if something had to happen, it had happened after the touchdown, not before. Also, the ATC reports that the flight coming from Dubai IX1344 was facing east when the time of landing. Usually has to face in the west when it time to land, so it was facing in the wrong direction. Thus led to the crash landing maybe. Because of facing in the wrong direction, there was the effect of the tailwind phenomenon. Let me tell you about the tailwind phenomenon and the headwind phenomenon. Tailwind phenomenon is a wind blowing towards the direction of the plane which is moving forward, and hence it will enhance the speed of the aircraft. It is good on the air but not good on the ground. അതായത് ടെയിൽവിൻഡ് പ്രതിഭാസം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വിമാനം ഏത് ദിശയിലേക്കാണോ പോകുന്നത് ആ ദിശയിലേക്ക് തന്നെ അടിക്കുന്ന കാറ്റിനെയാണ് ടെയിൽവിൻഡ് പ്രതിഭാസം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അതായത് ഫ്ലൈറ്റിന് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വിമാനത്തിൻ്റെ വേഗതയും കൂട്ടാൻ ഈ ടെയിൽവിൻഡ് പ്രതിഭാസത്തിന് സാധിക്കും. സോ വിമാനം ലാൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് റൺവേയിൽ 300 മീറ്റർ ടച്ച് ഡൗൺ ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് പകരം ടെയിൽവിൻഡ് പ്രതിഭാസം കാരണം അത് 1000 മീറ്ററിലേക്ക് മുന്നോട്ടേക്ക് മാറി എന്നുള്ളതാണ് റിപ്പോർട്ടിൽ കാണാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നത്. On the other hand, we got headwind, which is a wind blown against the direction of a moving flight, which is good on the ground but not good on the air. Usually an aircraft touches down the runway on about 300 and 900 meter space. But in this case, the aircraft touched down the runway about 1,500 meters because of this too much tailwind phenomenon, and hence it led only leaving a space of 1,000 meters left to stop the plane. Also, the ATC reports that the runway was too slippery and waterlogged, so if an aircraft is touching down on the runway, if the brakes will become ineffective because of too much slippery and waterlogging on the runway, hence leaving the aircraft and the pilots too impossible to stop the plane because of no brakes and literally not enough space to run on the runway. This phenomenon is also called the hydroplaning. The runway was a tabletop runway, which means it's comparatively small than all the other runways. Because the tabletop runway will be further elevated from the normal ground than any other runway. So it is really important to know that it is slightly dangerous for any pilot to land in this kind of runway. And also there is an order from the DGCI that only the captain can land and take off from the Calicut Airport, not the first officers. But we can't deny the fact that if it wasn't for Captain Deepak Sathe, if any other was piloting that aircraft, we will be seeing much further casualties. Because after the plane was touched down, the captain knew it was going to crash, considering all this situation. But what he did was he kept the plane from exploding by not steering away the plane from moving forward. He didn't let the plane go either of the sides, either left side or the right side. He kept moving forward the plane, and because of that, no engine explosion was held. That is, if a plane drifts further away from moving forward, one of the engines will struck the ground and the engine will explode. That didn't happen in this case, that like we did see in the Mangalore incident. But this leaves us the greatest question to be answered for us. Why did an experienced and skilled pilot like Deepak Sathe would land a plane on the opposite direction? What was the reason? We don't know that yet. So we can't really assume anything, and we can't get into conclusion about anything what happened inside of an aircraft, because no one could ever say what happened really. So please don't believe any rumors or speculations about right until now, because we don't really exactly know. What I just said right now, as far as we have the information until now, but we don't have any more information what happens inside of the aircraft at that time. Black box inde analysis അതേപോലെ തന്നെ DGCAയുടെ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റിഗേഷൻ ഒക്കെ നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന സമയമാണിത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഇന്നതാണ് സംഭവിച്ചത് എന്ന് ആർക്കും പറയാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ഒരവസ്ഥയാണ്, എസ്പെഷ്യലി ഒരു വിമാനാപകടം എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ. അതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ദയവായി ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക, ഇത്തരം രീതിയിലുള്ള വാർത്തകൾ നിങ്ങൾ ദയവ് ചെയ്ത് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നതിന് പകരം അതിൻ്റെ ടെക്നിക്കൽ സൈഡ് കൂടി നിങ്ങൾ അന്വേഷിക്കേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. So further investigations and protocols are on process, so let's wait and see what the final report has to come. So until then, we cannot say what really happened. So the bottom line is, as per the reports of the ATC, the reason behind the crash is, one is the tabletop runway, and the second one is the hydroplaning, and the third one is the tailwind phenomenon, and the fourth one is the opposite direction landing. This incident reminds me of a two great Hollywood movie that you can watch. I would really suggest you to watch. One is Sully and the other one is Flight. These two movies gives you really an expand information on all the technical sides of the aircraft and how really important is the pilots and the captains are involved in the aircraft, and you can really understand all the post-crash investigation process and all things like that. You can really understand. I really suggest you to watch this movie. Also, the movie Sully is based on a real story happened in America, and that incident is also known as the Miracle on Hudson. Alright friends, that's it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. If you do, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe and share with your friends. Also hit that bell icon so you may never miss a video. Also leave your comments and suggestions in the comment box. I'll be seeing you in the next time with another video with another content. Until then, I'm signing off, my camera person Adil. Have a good day.